Alrighty, welcome to the next game between Tina and OhYeeea. Anyway, this is the second game between the guys, and last game was a PvZ, where Tina was Terran and ViPeR was Zerg, and this time it's the way around. So now Tina is Zerg and ViPeR is Terran. So OhYeeea is LsP ViPeR, sometimes he's playing on this name. Both guys are my clanmates, I like them, great players, so I will expect a nice game once more, like the previous one. I enjoyed that, it was nice to comment and cast. Hopefully this next game will be as much enjoyable as the last one was. ViPeR went for a choke, and Tina managed to break it by tanks and bio, and of course vessels played a huge role by irradiates. And it's interesting because ViPeR had the same position last game, so he was in the exact same position as Tina is in right now, and Tina is going for the choke as ViPeR did, but ViPeR as a Terran might be going for something different. Sometimes he's doing crazy stuff, sometimes he's just going for normal stuff. We'll see what he's planning. He cancelled the barracks as soon as he saw his opponent being Zerg, and he went for a fast gas. Tina is just trying to get some drones right here to be able to protect against this rush. Let's see if, yeah, she managed to break this bunker, but ViPeR is just coming once more with the Marine and an SCV. He might be able to finish this bunker. Tina has to be really cautious about this. So he's trying to go for the bunker and finish it, and he manages to do that. The Marine gets inside, and this is a big problem right now. She wasn't able to finish the choke, and now she's quite exposed to any attacks and Marine harassment. ViPeR is just abusing this and goes for barracks in her base. Most Terran players do this and just get some units and buildings right here in the enemy's base, just to be able to get units faster and attack faster. Tina went for a fast gas. This might be her only chance to go for fast lurkers or fast defilers. But it seems that she was using this gas for speed, and now she gathered up enough to go for the lair. So she got speed for lengths and got gas for lair as well. ViPeR is committing for a fast rush, so goes for the mid-base rush. As the choke didn't work out, and this is a nice move. Tina just went outside with the drone to just quickly scout what ViPeR is doing, and she sees the buildings and knows that she'll be in a trouble if she doesn't go for a fast lurker or fast defiler, and she seems to be going for the lurkers right now. ViPeR is not making an engineering bay. He doesn't know what the Zerg player is up to, and now she's coming outside with the Zerglings and might go for a bust. She doesn't. Yeah, she seems to be going for the base and tries to kill anything that's in her way. But ViPeR doesn't really have anything at home. This might be a problem for him right now. He really has to make a good stack with the SCVs, otherwise this might cost him the game. He's sending back the SCVs and sending Marines. But this is still a huge problem because he really has to focus on clearing these links. And while this is happening, he's not really mining, so he's losing lots of mining time, and Tina is just killing everything she can. ViPeR will be slowly able to clear this and get back to a safer situation, but he's losing much mining time while this is happening. Lots of his SCVs are not mining at the moment. And while this is happening, Tina is just going for the lurkers. Takes some time to research this. If I'm not mistaken, researching lurker takes most time as regards research times for different upgrades and so on, so this takes quite a lot of time. But Tina has time right now, as she managed to harass ViPeR at his main base. He couldn't really mine and focus on what he wanted to do. He has stopped focusing on this area because he had to focus right here at his main. So Zerg is just preparing the hydras and waiting for the research to be finished, and once it's done she will go for lurkers, and I am sure she will surprise ViPeR. Not because he's not expecting this, but because he doesn't really have anything against that, so he might suspect what Tina will do. But he lost many time, so he lost mining time and wasn't able to produce units. And even though he has an eBay, he's not really making turrets, so he's not prepared for this. And there come the lurkers, and this might be a huge problem. She will be able to clear this and be able to continue on with the choke if she wants to. It's not really necessary, but she can still do that. ViPeR is just starting the missile turret right now to be able to see the lurkers and protect against that, but she's coming outside right now and trying to kill this turret right here. Will she be able to do that? The turret was built, but still, she might be able to break that down. She managed to kill the SCV, so he cannot, repair the turret. But she had to retreat, as Marines would have been able to shut it down. So ViPeR is going for the starport and most probably goes for vessels. While this is happening, Tina is just getting bigger and bigger, making some more hatcheries and going for the Queen's Nest. She might be heading towards Guardians or Fast Defilers. Most of the players who go for Fast Lurkers also go for Fast Defilers, because Lurkers under a swarm are basically, yeah, indestroyable, so Terran players cannot really do anything against that. The only two units that can fight against the lurker under a swarm are vessels and fire bats, and of course both are not really effective. Fire bats die quite fast against lurkers, and vessels can only make irradiates till they have energy to do that. So Tina's coming down with the lurkers and trying to go for the economy of ViPeR. But ViPeR did a great job by blocking the way. He made a turret, and this is beneficial for two reasons, both for scouting and of course for blocking. So he blocked the way, and now he's able to see it and kill the lurkers. ViPeR is just getting back in the game. He managed to survive this lurker rush and just has some time to get prepared for the next wave of hydras and lurkers. He's just building a defense right here and goes for vessels for detection. He doesn't have a scanner, so he's devoting to vessels only to be able to see what's under the ground, so to say. Hive is on the way, as well as evolution chambers, so upgrades will be made pretty soon, which will be required against the mech of the Terran. She's trying to enter the base, but as soon as she sees the tanks, she retreats. She's just placing lurkers around the map, clearing everything that's left over, trying to control the middle of the map to be able to get some time and get bigger at home. And yep, she's going for the greater spire, so we'll see guardians anytime soon, and she's not bothering defilers. It's okay. Basically the key for the Zerg player to win against the Terran is a swarm, because as I mentioned, it's really hard for the Terran player to fight against that. It's very difficult to find opportunity to kill, and the best way to handle that is to kill the defiler. That's it. So if I had to give an advice to a Terran player how to fight against swarm, I will say kill the defiler. Nothing else is really working against that. The best way is using irradiate, so irradiate the defiler and that's it. ViPeR is just coming out, and this might be a bit early. Ooh, that was a nice save. ViPeR is getting bigger slowly and manages to get some macro going on, as well as Tina, but of course this means more advantage to her, because letting a Zerg grow is not a good option for any player, be it a Zerg or a Terran. She's just coming outside and waiting for the Guardians to finish, and then after that she might be able to go for the bust. ViPeR will be using his vessel to do some irradiates and cause some damage in the economy of the Zerg player. But this is not very good for ViPeR, because he won't be able to protect against the Guardians. Anyway, he did a great job by the irradiate, and Tina most probably burrowed most of her drones. We'll see in a moment. I was a bit late with this. No, it seems that ViPeR managed to kill most of her drones and she didn't burrow in time. But now she's preparing some drop defense, making some spore colonies and getting some scourges. So she's gathering up and gets the Guardians and the Hydras in one place, sends the Guardians ahead, and they will be supported by the Hydras. ViPeR is getting prepared for this. He knows that a wave of attack will come soon, and he has to be able to defend against this, because if he doesn't survive this, then it will cause the game for him. So now she's sending the Guardians ahead, and after that Hydras are joined to support the army. She's just going slowly and waits with the Hydras. She wants to kill everything that's in the way to be able to give free space for the Hydras to come in. And she's doing a great job. She's just splitting the Guardians. And ViPeR manages to do some irradiates, but the vessel was lost. And now he doesn't really have anything to protect against these Guardians. Guardians are going in. destroying everything that's in the way, and ViPeR doesn't really have anything to protect against that. Goliaths are on the way, but without an upgrade they are not really doing any crazy damage that ViPeR is hoping for. Hydras are pouring in right now, killing the bio of ViPeR. Guardians are still doing a great job destroying units, destroying tanks. And this might be the end of that. Reinforcements are coming from Tina, and she seems to be yeah, she just got stuck right here. ViPeR managed to save at least his entrance, and now he has managed to make some Wraiths and Goliaths to be able to fight the Guardians, but soon the Hydras will come inside. And this time he doesn't have anything against the Hydras. He really needs to get some tanks and siege them up as soon as possible to be able to defend. Meanwhile this is happening, Tina is going with the Overlords right here. Most probably it will be a drop. That will be a surprise for ViPeR, because he's really occupied here against the Hydras. And Tina is just dropping the Lurkers right here, which means GG.